Welcome to this video of our motorcycle trip from Castalla to Huéscar in Spain. This route is 550 kilometers and consists of 95% dirt and gravel roads. Me, Jasper and my mate Rick have been living in Spain on the Costa Blanca for years and are avid riders. Rick rides a BMW F800 GS and Jasper an R1200 GS Adventure. I encountered this route on the Wikilog page of the Komando Pupas, a Spanish group of off-road enthusiasts. I will add a link to the Instagram, Wikilog page and YouTube channel of the Komando Pupas in the description. Rick and I started this trip from Tarbena, a little mountain village just inland from Altea. The actual route starts in Castalla, which is a 1.5 hour ride from Tarbena. The route down south consists of mainly dirt tracks and doesn't cross a lot of villages and towns. Besides beautiful gravel routes that take you through almond groves, olive fields and vineyards, the route also crosses several natural reserves and stunning mountain ridges, like the Sierra de Ricot, La Navela, Sierras de Burete, La Via y Cambrón, Sierras del Gigante y Sierra de la Torrecilla. On day 1 we had to cover 300 kilometers, of which 225 kilometers dirt. With an average on dirt of 30 kilometers per hour, we knew it would be a long day and we probably had to do 8 hours of riding. The landscape we came across was stunning and changed from desert-like fields to lush green mountains. While riding this route and these stunning roads, you tend to forget your daily routine and just focus on the road, the scenery and all the beautiful things the route has in store for you. Rick and I keep reminding one another how fortunate we are to be able to call Spain our home. It is such a beautiful, diverse country and has a lot to offer to motorcycle enthusiasts. Some of the mountain ranges you pass are protected areas for birds. Hard to see on the video, but when we reached the top, Rick spotted 4 really large vultures. They call them buitres in Spanish. Stunning creatures. The most common vulture is the griffin vulture, buitre leonado in Spanish. Their wingspan can be up to 280 centimeters and they can weigh up to 11 kilograms. From here we continue the route via farmlands, vast open spaces with endless views. We were very lucky with the weather on day 1. At some point temperature hit 27 degrees Celsius. Beautiful Spanish winter weather. Imagine, it's January while we're doing this trip. Tomorrow would be a whole different story. Rick and I are the same in some ways. We both like to push our limits and get things done. But sometimes you just have to stop, relax and soak in all the beauty that surrounds you. Most of the farmlands in this area consist of clay, which becomes really loose once it has been plowed. I guess we missed the track on this point and decided it would be a good idea to ride our heavy bikes through the plowed fields. Anyway, it was good fun. Not always visible on the video, but we had some heavy winds. In these areas you come across tumbleweed, wheat balls that get blown over the fields. Here there were piles of them blown against the wall of the field. Because we ride our bikes on mixed surfaces, tarmac, gravel and hardpacked dirt, we tried various tires. We both ended up with Dunlop TRX Raid, a 60% off-road and 40% road tire. For a 60% off-road tire, it has really good grip on tarmac. Not once have I felt insecure. Where we live in the mountains, all roads are winding and our average trip consists of countless bends. Off-road, the tires are perfect for the surface we ride. We are of course based in a dry area. These tires are not full on knobbies and I imagine wet clay and deep mud will be a challenge. The sun started to cast longer shadows, the light started to be less intense as the sun went down and we approached the golden hour. We also approached the storm front, which you can see in the distance. This front would affect our trip tomorrow, but for now we had to continue because we still had hours ahead of us. This route just keeps on giving. Every time when you think you have seen it all, it just surprises you with stunning scenery over and over again. While approaching the storm front, the wind picked up. In this clip you can see the tumbleweeds rolling over the fields. For Rick, this was his first trip out with his Moscow motor luggage system. He has the Reckless 80-liter system mounted. So far it proved to be a very solid system. We both have Moscow Moto backpacks with a hydration reservoir. I use the ApeCat 9-liter harness with a 1.5-liter water reservoir. And Rick has the Wildcat 12-liter backpack with a 3-liter reservoir. While riding, it's important to stay hydrated, especially on warmer days when you lose a lot of water by sweating. While the sun was going down, we realized we had to make a choice. We still had 90 kilometers to cover to Huéscar, and we did not want to drive 3 hours in the dark on gravel roads. We decided we would just plot the fastest route on tarmac to Huéscar on Google Maps and find a restaurant and hotel for the night. The total trip, original 550 kilometers and 100 kilometers to the start of the route from our hometown, made the route in total 750 kilometers. With 550 kilometers of dirt roads and shorter winter days, we realized we just couldn't do the entire route in 2 days. The last stretch of day 1 was on tarmac, riding into the night. Day 2 started with heavy rain, and we decided we wanted to get ahead of the storm front and pick up the original dirt track as soon as we could. The rain and sun breaking through the clouds gave some beautiful images. Unfortunately, the rain kept chasing us and we had to skip a pretty large part of the route from Huéscar to Calasparra. We visited the Basílica de la Vera Cruz de Caravaca, partially built from red and black marble. Beautiful building. The original route leads you over this little bridge on the left. We skipped it. We finally managed to get in front of the rain front and picked up the original route again. We still got some raindrops. We were happy not having to ride in the pouring rain anymore. The morning started off really cold, with 2.5 degrees. While we were trying to get in front of the storm front, we saw heavy dark skies above the mountains and the original route. We later learned the storm front brought more than just rain to those mountains. This clip was shot on a day that we should have been riding here. Beautiful, but I guess we made a good choice not going up these mountains this day. Although I'm sure it would have been fun. Also on day 2, the route led us through a diverse landscape. Mountains, farmlands, vineyards and desert-like areas. Riding through an area where wildfires ruined most of the trees, we had fun with some obstacles on the road. Riding trips like this route together and share an experience like this strengthens a bond and friendship. I'm very lucky to have come across a like-minded soul to make these journeys.